Good morning, gardeners. It's Lisa from Two Garden Girlies. So, this is a project that I've been wanting to share with everyone that started about 4 years ago. But we haven't been finished. It's still not finished, but it's just time to introduce it. I know it's been seen in some photos and things that I've posted on social media. But introducing Louisa Cottage. Louisa is a combination name of my name, Lisa, and my mom's name, which was Louise. And my mom died of breast cancer when I was 21 years old. She was a wonderful woman, and, I miss her every day. And then my sister Louise, who was named after my mom and my dad, her name was Louise Norma, but Louise, who died 2 years ago, and she was my oldest sister. And so there's a memoriam in there for the name. It took me a long time to figure out the name, but that's something that means a lot to me. So anyway, here is Louisa Cottage. So 4 years ago, my husband, we had all trees up in this area. We cleared all the trees. I had a vision of a small little potting shed, like a little 4x4 potting shed to keep my shovels and my, fertilizers and my pots in the winter. And instead, we ended up with 10 by 12 Louisa Cottage. We built this out of wood from a mill that is near our house that mills wood, so it was less expensive than buying pressure-treated lumber. So we were trying to keep costs down on this because, it's supposed to just be a shed. But we also we found, we did purchase them, but, highly discounted antique windows at an antique mill store near our home. And we scraped all the paint off them and painted them black. And also the door we found at an antique store near our home. And I had a specific vision in mind that I wanted it to be glass, some glass. We scraped the paint off of it and stained it. And my husband put up the flower box. And for a long time, I just called this my she shed because I couldn't pinpoint the name that I wanted, and I wanted it to be special. So let's go inside. I have a little antique door handle here to kind of mimic the aesthetics of the outside of Louisa Cottage. And inside we have this polycorrugated roofing. So it's really a greenhouse. This isn't really a place that I come and sit, but it's a place I'm in all the time. It's a place that I find great peace in my soul and kind of connect with the garden and work out here, and I find very joyful. This wood was also everything in here was from that mill. And so we did a shiplap wall here and some planting benches here. I'm going to put up probably a curtain on spring rods here to cover all the fertilizer in the pots. And we need to still finish this shiplap up there. I have solar lights inside with beams. And then this is a very large antique window that has this beautiful view to one part of my garden. The Louisa garden is what I'm calling that, closest to Louisa Cottage. And then windows on the back side that just back up to the woods, and then more storage over here, and then a little potting area with this plastic big kind of sink. There's no water or electricity in here. There might be at some point, but there isn't now. And I love, like most gardeners, photography. So I've taken a lot of pictures of flowers. It's kind of one of my favorite things to take pictures of. So these are pictures that I took of flowers either in my garden here or at, botanical gardens or other places that I visited. And then also in here, I keep special things that have been given to me, signs and pots and some colored glass that I collect, and different little, garden pretty items, and also things from places that we've been, and just very sentimental things and sayings that mean a lot to me, and gifts from people, like I said, and this gifts from my grandson in his garden. So it's a very special place to me, and a place that I find my peace and reconnect with my soul in the garden, and relieves any anxiety and stress that you might feel just from daily life. I was recently asked by Stephanie from Hooked and Rooted, who came and toured my gardens this weekend, if I sit in that chair. And I do try to sit in that chair, but most of the time I'm just working out here like most gardeners, pruning and deadheading. But since she asked me that question, I've been thinking I need to sit in that chair more. So I'm going to go get my coffee, and I'm going to go sit in that chair. So I'm happy to introduce to you something that means something to me, very special to me, that my husband built and for me. And I hope that you find inspiration in it, even in the smallest way, that you can add something to your garden, or just in your garden find peace, because we all need a place where we can just be ourselves and reconnect with nature. This is the additional landscaping project that is currently going on. My husband built these raised beds for me. He also built this walkway. So we are visualizing stone within all these raised beds, crushed stone. Over here, I'm picturing some lavender, if I can get lavender to grow in New England, and maybe some roses, dahlias. My husband just put up this beautiful arbor. And I have the Generous Gardener from David Austin roses here on either side that are a blush pink that I visualize climbing up over this arbor. We had these slate patio pavers, whatever you will, and in the yard. So for whatever project we didn't use them for, and that's became a little patio area. And then this is very clay soil up here. So these will all be raised beds. I'm not going to go too far up there because it's dirty and there's equipment and it doesn't look that great. But my husband is building out all these raised beds up there. And my vision here is more of a structured garden with boxwoods and very specific colors like blush pink, white, cream, lime green, and different textures of plant combinations, boxwoods and evergreens and things like that. Peaceful, with a bistro set right there where I can sit. I have a bluebird couple that comes every year, the last 4 years I'd say, and has babies in that bluebird box. And they did it again this year, even though we were working here. So I'm hoping that they'll continue to do that. This used to be all woods, so it was a more peaceful place for them. But I hope that they still come and do that, because it's really a beautiful thing to watch that when birds have babies. They're so much like people. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the garden.